Hello my loves and welcome to another mukbang. Second one this year so far, I think.
I believe so.
Because as you may know, our lives run in that order. Saturday, Friday, Sunday. Can't see it because of reflection. But yeah, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So Saturday tonight is mukbang night. We basically have our dinner with you. So we've had takeaway curry before.
We have.
For a mukbang, but I don't think I've ever done a homemade one. So this is a homemade one tonight, and it's basically chickpea and spinach with brown rice. We've got some little onion barges from the Tesco party grubs, a little bit of lime pickle for me personally, Jason's not so keen, and naan bread that we bought today from Tesco. I always buy a packet of 2. I cut one up between us for our dinner and freeze one for a future time. And I've made enough curry that there's another whole dinner in the pan. Those of you that know us will know that at some point over the next few days we'll have curry and chips, oven chips.
Classic.
With bread and butter.
Absolute classic, yeah, without a doubt. Already the chat is filling up thick and fast. We've got 72 in the house already. As Paul said, we're just here having our evening meal. It's a mukbang in name, but
Eating show,
but not in style in terms of other mukbangs that you might have seen on the YouTubes. But yeah, thoroughly looking forward to tucking in. I don't think we actually did our proper intro. So if there is anybody new to the channel that's joining us for the first time.
Oh, hello. I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
Together we are
those vegan guys. Yes. So without further ado, we will dive in. I'll have a little taste of this curry, and then I'll shout out a few folks that were here bright and early, as I often do.
This has been on the stovetop for almost 3 hours. I did a batch of chickpeas in the Instant Pot for 40 minutes. I'd already made my curry paste. It was like half tin of chopped tomatoes. This was today's version. It changes. A really good thick thumb of ginger. 6 pieces of garlic. Curry powder, garam masala, coriander, cumin, garlic powder, a whole Scotch bonnet, 2 finger chilies, and a splash of water. In the NutriBullet, that was my paste. Fried that off a bit, added the cooked chickpeas, added a can of coconut milk, added most of a massive family bag of spinach. And here we are. Happy Saturday.
It's so good. So good. Now I've had a few mouthfuls, I will give a shout out to a few people. We'll start with Debbie, who I highlighted because Debbie says, I made your curry fried rice this week, was super tasty, thanks. Served it with veggie nuggets and homemade tzatziki. Yum.
Nice.
Very nice. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Vegan Runner was first in the house. So thank you for being here. And closely followed by Jennifer, of course.
Jennifer. You've purchased something for our garden, our potato bags, in fact, from our wish list. Thank you so much, darling. That arrived today. Thank you.
Thank you. Gratefully appreciated. Thank you so much. Adam is in the house. Vampire Jack. Can't Stop Lying. Ashley, of course. The lovely Ashley. Linda. Kat. Gitsy Games. Laura. Chris and Will. Joan. Leanne. So we've got Leanne and Ashley in the house. Our wonderful mods. Fabulous. And friends, of course. Mrs. B. I might have missed one or two. Jord and Craig and Anna, Polly.
All folk.
All folk.
Gravely folk.
Da Vinci Music is in the house. Hope you are good, sir. Happy days. I kind of want to try one of these.
What? Oh, the onion bhajis. For the record, by the way, sometimes I put too much in curries, and I've learned of late that sometimes it's just about simplicity. Chickpea and spinach.
Yeah, not wrong with that at all, mister. Ashley says, so you got 6 pieces of spinach from that, yeah? Basically, yeah. Interesting. Da Vinci says, Paul, having problems with cooking chickpeas because they were old. What is the key, please? Don't know if there is a key.
Oh, I don't know. Mine are quite new. You cook them in your Instant Pot? If so, because these ones I get, they're called giant chickpeas, and they're like the big. I got them off the Amazon. And even doing 40 minutes on the Instant Pot, there's still a little bit chalky on the inside. I'm glad that it's had nearly 3 hours in a pan because they're cooked through now, aren't they?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do know what you mean. Yeah.
But I was thinking next time I did these, because they're really big, what I might do is I might soak them first for an hour in boiling water, then do them for 40 minutes in the Instant Pot. I might try it.
Some wine.
Could I have some, please, sir?
Greg says, just got back from the FARS fundraiser afternoon tea in Birmingham. Good stuff. Hope you had a fabulous time. I'm sure you will have done, because FARS is a beautiful, beautiful place. And the volunteers there do absolutely incredible work.
Well, this was a money-raising afternoon tea in Birmingham. So...
Thank you very much.
And what wine is that, Jeffrey?
This is the Malbec from Lidl.
We have a camera so you can show folks.
I know, I was just reading it myself.
Right.
There we go. If you've seen our little vlog, you will have seen that for the first time in my entire life, dropped a bottle of wine in the supermarket. Mortified I was. Absolutely mortified.
Was it one of them?
I'm not sure if it was in that range, you know, the blue label range, because they're all clearly marked, aren't they?
These are lovely, the little onion bhajis.
Oh, right, I should try one of them. I just wanted to acknowledge and say thank you to Piccolo Andy, Piccolo64 Andy, for the super chat. Greatly appreciated.
Thank you, Andy, love.
Andy says, thanks, gentlemen, for keeping us all on track. Andy, kiss. Thank you.
I hope you all enjoyed the Lidl vlog. It was actually Robin, one of our subscribers, who said it's Greek week next week, and I was like, oh right, I was very grateful she put it on my radar. Cheers, Robin, that's your job in future, you're my radar. So yeah, it's Greek week at Lidl, but they've still got a lot of bits left over as well from over the Christmas period. And if you remember the last Lidl vlog we did, they had like an allergens list up at the bakery that marked what things were vegan that were gone this time, but they've now added the double V, because that wasn't like that last time, as I recall.
No, I think you're right. I do. And I said when we were in there, I don't think we caught it on the actual filming, but I said it's actually a lot better in a way, because the allergens list was incredibly small print.
It was.
So some people
would be right in the corner.
They would struggle to read it, whereas the V's, although they are small, they are significantly bigger and easier to notice. So yeah, well done, Lidl, on that front. Most definitely. They are lovely,
aren't they?
Yeah. Where did we get them from again?
Tesco.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to try this lovely naan bread. For as thou knows, thou loves the bread.
Do not worry about it, Ashley. I know you have had, shall we say, a full-on few days, capped off with somebody taking your mirror off the van, just when you thought everything was sorted, you know. These things come to try us, don't they? Cheers, everyone. Lovely. Yeah, cheap and cheerful wines. A Lidl, nice.
It's, if you haven't been to Lidl on a Greek week, some of the tins are really, really good. We stocked up like 5 different varieties, 3 of each tin. Stuffed vine leaves, Donamades, butter beans in tomato sauce, gigantes, chickpeas, carrot and onion in a lemon sauce, beautiful, green beans in a tomato sauce, and I think aubergine in a tomato sauce.
Yeah, it was aubergine. Yeah.
Them are the 5 varieties of tin that we got. We also got the hazelnut pudding and the vanilla pudding from the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
So Jason a right long read, but he got to the bit where it said suitable for vegetarians and vegans. I said, bless your eyes.
You know what?
Mine are broke.
It looked a lot worse than it actually was, because what you might not have been able to see is on the back. Some of you will know this already, of course. It's in different languages. So all you've got to kind of do is find the bit where the language is in English, and then you're halfway there. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh. Hello, Paula and Ant in Blackpool. Hello, darlings.
Only down the road. Oh, and I highlighted Ash and Kel. Said, hi guys, hope you're well. Used a tofu press for the first time yesterday after seeing yours. Definitely a good purchase. Changed the texture completely, opening new menu ventures.
Aren't they good? Either smashing, aren't they? Did you get a tofu, Jeff? For anyone who wants one, by the way, check the description of every video. You'll not only find our Amazon wish list, you'll find our Amazon store with all the products we love and have. And if you buy from there, it don't cost you any more than it would on Amazon normally, but we get a couple of pennies. I mean, literally a couple of pennies, but every little helps. Don't look a gift horse in mouth, Mildred.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? That's a good idea. It's a great idea. We can vouch for that. Stop working Fridays, because my Fridays might be cursed. Broke down on a Friday, lost the wing mirror on a Friday, might have to stop working on Fridays. Lol.
Do Monday to Thursday. All your life will improve.
I don't think that'd fly, to be honest with you, in their line of work. But if you can, do it. Vampire Jack says, I find Aldi's tofu doesn't need pressing.
Yeah, well, some of them don't when they're vacuum packed. They're very good like that.
And then I suppose it also depends what you're making, doesn't it? You know,
I suppose it does, really.
Generally. This, however, is absolutely gorgeous. Like, proper nice.
Just show you, I've got that much left.
Oh, yes. Dorcas says, is the aubergine good, chaps? I seem to have a thing for them at the moment. We'll have to start whittering at Nigel to Lidl next week. To my memory.
They are, but it's very well done. I mean, I suppose it always is when it's cooked through aubergine. It's very soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
So but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. The tomato sauce it's in is gorgeous.
Ash and Kel got the
Rebecca. We highly recommend the Tough Future press. As I said, it's in our Amazon storefront, which is in our book and in the description of every video. It's well worth getting. It really is. I think I've had mine 5 years now. Never had an issue with it.
No, it's good, isn't it? Just because you'd asked, Ash and Kel got TVBUDDY, won a £10 Amazon voucher at work. Wouldn't have spent that much usually, but thought I'd put it to good use. Fair dues. Nice. Oh, this is so nice. Very, very Moorish. Alex D is in the house. Welcome, welcome.
Perfect gentle heat as well.
Yeah.
And that's a Scotch bonnet, 2 finger chilies, and about 2 tablespoons of B29 from Dark Fire hot sauce. And we're just like, that's okay.
Yeah. We've smashed through those hot sauces from Dark Fire. Absolutely beautiful hot sauces. We will be buying more in the future.
Can't recommend the kimchi one highly enough.
It's really good, yeah.
All the best.
They're just good sauces. They're just quality sauces. You know, fairly local, northern company, small batch maker. Absolutely spot on. Can't fault them. But as I said, we will be buying some more in the future. But we've still got 7 or 8 hot sauces,
Those little ones,
to go through yet.
Should we do a vlog with them? We've got like a box of hot sauces. Should we do a vlog and taste them all with some like nuggets or something?
We got them from Northern Vegan Festival, if I remember rightly, didn't we?
I don't remember what the company's called.
You know what? They're actually just here. Was it by magic? It is Devil Dog sauces. And we have a Scotch Bonnet mango and lime, a Naga Viper Chinese plum and raspberry, Carolina Reaper burnt orange and cardamom, Charcoal Naga blackcurrant and balsamic, and a Carolina Reaper blackberry and lemon thyme.
Oh, no, that one sounds lovely.
That's what we got.
Which is the hottest?
I believe the Carolina Reaper blackberry and lemon thyme is the hottest. Yeah. And they're all 50ml bottles. And they're all good. Well, it says used by. They're all good till like September, October this year. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to trying them at some point in the near future. Oh, there's a couple of people. Love the hot sauce vlogs, Jennifer says. Debbie, yes, please, to hot sauce vlog. And Da Vinci, yes.
Guess we're doing a vlog then.
Will's in the house. Thanks for being here, Will. Hope you're both good.
A curry is a beautiful way to have something whole food plant-based and still really delicious and treaty. Do you know what I mean? Because it feels takeaway like. It's like you paid for a really good takeaway, except it's all homemade.
Yeah, true that.
Oh, sorry for that.
Nick H is in the house. Thank you for being here. And Ash and Kel, another vote and thumbs up for a hot sauce vlog. Absolutely, hot sauce vids give us a laugh, if nothing else. Yeah, they sound like some really interesting flavoured sauces though as well, which is why we bought them in the first place. So definitely looking forward to diving in. But because the bottles are so small, we'll have smashed through them in no time, guaranteed. Annoying but morally consistent. Hello from BC, Canada. Thank you for being here. Just watching us stuffing our faces with lovely, lovely curry and rice.
And if you've just joined us, it's homemade chickpea and spinach curry, and it's quite hot.
Yeah,
it's got quite some heat, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think for us, it's bang on. I think you've got it absolutely spot on.
No, I'm just being honest with folk.
Yeah. Leanne, you're so right. Leanne says, I can never judge the heat when you do a vlog. You're immune. We've done a lot, to be fair, over the last couple of years, few years.
Even we're surprised at how much our tolerance has grown and how much our palate's grown. You'd be surprised how many, when we film the meal segment of an evening, when we're having us dinner, you'd be surprised how many times, like, we stop filming, put the light away, and one of us will say, shall I grab some more sauce?
Mm. That's the terrible thing, Nick. With a mukbang, you could have finished eating half an hour ago, and then you're watching a couple of folk on the YouTube, thoroughly enjoying the food, and before you know it, you're ready for a snack again.
I have to say, this is a gorgeous dinner.
It is.
I'm right glad we've had the curry.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. We were talking about this earlier as well, and I think one of the reasons why we might not have done a homemade curry as a mukbang before, as maybe it's sort of not felt deserving enough of being on a mukbang, or at least in my head, but it's absolutely deserving of being, you know.
Yes, it's good grubbins. I'm going to have another one of these little onion badges, actually, because these are delightful, but because they're quite dry, I'm going to rip it, dip it in my sauce.
Oh, the chat is thick and fast. Just checking that we've not missed anything pertinent.
I love that. I love that the community is just getting on with it, and do you know what I mean?
Cat Potter says, I could not eat Carolina Reaper hot sauce. You know what? It's not a particularly nice tasting pepper, but there's a couple of hot sauces we've had over the last few years. There was one I distinctly remember, and I can't remember the name of the company, but it was like 97% Carolina Reaper. It was ridiculously hot. Like, it was the company that has like the yellow band, something. I can't remember.
Tropic.
Central.
Yeah, I know what
you know which one I mean, don't
so,
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good at words.
If we have missed any questions, as we always say, particularly when we're doing a mukbang, do feel free to copy paste it. A couple of question marks at the front, at the end. If there are any questions, we're happy to answer as we go, and we also will be segueing into a more laid back finisher once we've eaten all of this. We'll bring in a little bit closer.
George says your plates look like a giant face with two blushing cheeks. See it?
Yeah, nice.
I only do eyes.
Like for you mixing two films there in the most horrible and slightly offensive way.
Oh, we watched a good film last night. Bottoms.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't think it's it's not a new film. It's not a new film.
No.
But yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Enjoyed it. It was funny and very well acted.
What was it on?
And it was a comedy of sorts. I want to say Netflix, but I could be wrong.
Naan bread's delicious.
It is, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Peter. You know what? That's the story of the vegan queen's life, that is. Does anybody else find it overwhelming that there's so many great events happening in different places and you can't go to all of them? Yes. So true, Peter. So true. You just got to do your best. You got to do the best you can and not spread yourself too thinly.
You gotta roll with it. You gotta take your time.
Gitsy Games says it's on Prime, I think. Thank you, Gitsy Games. I have the memory of a sieve. Memory like a sieve. But yeah.
We enjoyed it though, didn't we?
It was good. It was good fun. Hour and a half. Good fun.
Likeable characters. Bit queer going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam, do you not like Oasis? They were all right in the day, the lads.
Oh dear, Adam. You've got to
roll with it, mate.
You got to roll.
You got to take the time. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of I think there's a lot of hate for Oasis in the hard rock world. Do you know what I mean?
And Adam is quite the rocker.
I think there's a bit of that, to be fair. which I understand. Don't necessarily condone or agree with it, but I do understand it. You know, you're not going to get somebody going to see Iron Maiden and then sticking Blur on Park Life. Well, you know what? Some would.
Honestly, I cannot for the life of me fathom why you do not like lime pickle.
I'm just not a big fan.
It's beautiful.
I don't hate it. It's weird. Like there's, you know, like we said before about Marmite. Like there aren't really any fence sitters with Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm just like, nah. And I'm the same with lime pickle. I don't detest it, but I'm not like, oh yeah.
I know, but I like, because it's always got a kick. It's got that beautiful zesty freshness about it. It's packed full of Eastern spices. It's beautiful.
Leanne says lime pickle is life, and Adam says lime pickle is perfection.
One of our subscribers again suggested I tried it with hummus. Have you tried it with hummus, guys? Oh, it is gorgeous.
Thank you, Vampire Jack, for being you and breaking down those stereotypes, myself included, by the way. Vampire Jack says, I like Iron Maiden and Blur.
Becca, the onion barges are from Tesco. Yeah, they're with all the, you know, where they do all the little party stuff, like they're still doing the tempura prawns and the mini fish and chips with them. Clearly marked vegan on the front. The lime pickle, this particular one I got from Asda. I'll show you. I got this one from Asda. Clearly marked suitable for vegans in words there. And it looks like this, and it's proper gorgeous. Really nice. So yeah, this one was from Asda, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can pick a vegan one up in most supermarkets now, and it's usually that kind of size of jar as well. So good, so good.
Yeah,
I truly adore it.
Linda's with me, not a fan of the lime pickle, but Craig's with you. Loves it, loves the stuff. Love lime pickle mayo, Craig says. Has taken it a step too far, Craig, for me personally. I love my mayo, but put some lime pickle in it. Oh, I'm not sure. And Adam, you know what?
I love mixing condiments.
Adam says, not a massive fan of Iron Maiden. Now talk about Ozzy, I'm all over it. I'll swiftly move on and I'll encourage you to get your coat, mate. I'm joking, of course I'm joking. No, genuinely, each to their own, each to their own. I think as a guitarist as well, I have to own the fact that there are certain bands that I'm into more from the guitarist perspective than other things. You know, so I own that as well. DJ is in the house. Good evening, beautiful people. Looks young. It is. It absolutely is. Gitsa Games has become a new member. How lovely.
Hey, thanks for joining, love.
Thank you. Yeah, the chat is proper thick and fast. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving stuff in my face, drinking wine, chatting with yous all, catching up. Talking music and all kinds of things. Yeah, I would probably like a little bit more wine, to be honest, before I finish this.
So would I, my love.
As I'll be diving in on that second bit of naan.
You gotta roll with it.
Earworm for the evening.
Yep. See, I do this to myself all the time, constantly. Sit around and watching.
You know what, Adam? I can get that. I can get that. Fair play.
Well,
Iron Maiden Greatest Hits, yes, but saw them headline download back in the day. Got bored after an hour. I get that. I do. I understand that. I do. And Gitsy Games on the subject of music. I love most music, really. It all has a time and a place. Very, very true. Wise words there, Gitsy Games. Wise words. Because, as we've talked about numerous times over the years, both of our musical tastes changed when we met, and the first few years of us being together, didn't they? Quite considerably.
Yeah.
You know, Paul introduced me to a lot of female singers that I hadn't really experienced before.
And vice versa. Jay introduced me to a lot of male singers and a lot of rock that I hadn't experienced before. And I was like, whoa, man, some of this is good.
Ditto. Ditto. And just, just I suppose broadening our musical vocabulary a little bit. Yeah.
We both had a very broad vocabulary though for at least the last 20 years now.
Yeah. Craig says, love Later Blur, Gorillaz, and the Good, Bad, and the Queen. Cool. I'm not keen on a couple of the new tunes from Blur. I'll be honest with you, I'm not enamored with. I'm not overjoyed with them, to be honest. I've only heard them on the radio, like going to and from work, but they've not blown me away. Geordie's going through a Soundgarden phase. Not wrong with that. Great band. Great band, yeah.
Ash and Kel, as any one of our plethora of Aldi vlogs can attest, we always rave about their wines. They just label brilliantly, don't they?
Aldi.
Yeah.
They're the best. I think they're the best. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure it's going back to what I was saying about the radio. I'm sure I heard on the radio the other day that Aldi are looking for online wine testers to rate their wines and sort of tell them.
Well, they should contact us and let us try all their vegan wines.
I think that's
We could be their vegan specialists.
Let's just make that happen. Let's all collectively make that happen. For as you know, we do like a wine. Has to be said, particularly a red wine. If we had to try the rosés and the whites, I mean, we'd do it begrudgingly. But not a massive fan,
no.
Are we? I can handle a rosé, but I'm not a big fan of white. Oh, delightful, absolutely delightful.
You went very fast then, but somebody wrote Barbra Streisand rocks, and
I'm pretty sure it was Da Vinci music. I'm going to highlight that.
It's true, and I am very proud to have indoctrinated Jason into the House of Streisand many years ago.
Yeah. I don't think, to be honest with you, I try and be quite careful what I say, because sometimes in my own head, I hear it before I say it and I'm like, that sounds really snobbish, like in a musical way. But I think if you're a musician and a singer, for you to not be able to value and appreciate Barbra Streisand for her entire body of work and what she's achieved, I think would be a nonsense. She's incredible. What she's achieved is astronomical, you know.
She's amazing.
In terms of achievements, on a par, like, you know, there aren't many people individually or collectively that have managed to achieve what the Beatles achieved over their career span. There's just certain people, dead or alive, that will never be matched. Barbra Streisand, I think, is one of them. Freddie Mercury, you know. Everyone's on the music chat now. Just scroll back up a little bit. Eric Clapton on guitar. Paula, yes. Will, Chris usually has TLC on in our house. Excellent. Excellent. Itsy Games' favourite band is The Cure. Waited 16 years to see them live and cried the entire concert. Brilliant. In a good way, I mean, you know, brilliant. I hope it didn't detract from your enjoyment of the concert. I wouldn't imagine it would. Right. It's time. It's time to get a bit more of this eaten, I think.
Where are you, Mouse? Thanks, love.
That's a good question, Da Vinci. And I shall do a very, very quick update on that momentarily. Okay. So Da Vinci Music says, Jason, what's the status of your new EP? So the status is, very, very briefly and succinctly as I possibly can, the funds are available for me to go and record my EP from the sale of Choices. 50% of the proceeds went to Far's Animal Sanctuary. That continues. Those wheels keep turning. They're never going to stop turning, little by little. I've just got to practice all the parts before I go into the studio. I've just got to keep practicing, keep singing. It's all there. It's good to go.
I have no shame. No, at all. Every mouthful was absolutely delightful. I've got curries nailed now, though. So it took me a while. Now I've got them nailed. It's all about a good paste and simple ingredients.
So good.
This bloody road remains a mystery.
Oh, cheers, guys. He's doing stockers. He's doing it now. He's doing pots now. He's rinsing things and doing things, and he's left me here to hold the fort while I'm trying to eat and read comments and talk all at the same time.
1 sec.
Mortified I am. I'm not really.
You know, things are much easier to clean when they've been rinsed.
Yeah, it's appreciated. Oh, Alex says, saw Barbara being interviewed talking about her tinnitus, and I understood every word. I have spine and neck problems, which make mine worse. It's deafening at the moment, mostly down to too much music when young. Yeah, she suffered with that for years, hasn't she? As well as incredible stage fright as well, which I kind of understand. But yeah, you'd think at some point it'd get easier, but apparently not. Apparently not.
Oh, Rowena Paul, what is your favourite Barbara Streisand song? Mine is Woman in Love. It's too difficult. Because they're so as soon as I mention one, I'll be like, oh, but what about? Do you know what I mean?
Is the one with a massive long note at the end, is it Piece of Sky?
Yeah, from
That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, you see, if I could say the Yentl soundtrack, but then I'd go immediately on to but two people that she wrote for and sings at the end of Nuts. And Finally Found Someone, which is one of our songs.
Yeah. And completely different as well. Different again.
And the film that is one of my favourite. Oh, it's just passing by.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges is amazing. Though,
they're both amazing.
So good together.
I adore it so much. Yeah, don't start me talking about her.
Great question, Rowena.
I deeply love, seriously, so much of her body of work. Nuts is a particular favourite. The Mirror Has Two Faces is a particular favourite. Yentl is a particular favourite. There's a lot from Barbara that I just love, and particularly when it comes to music. My good friend Andy, who I've completely lost touch with now, but he introduced me to Streisand. He did me a load of tapes, and the tapes were so. He did me 3, in fact. Assorted Barbra Streisand 1, 2, and 3. He did me 3 tapes, and I just fell in love with her because it was such a mixed bag. The tapes.
Might as well finish this off.
Jubilee.
What?
The short space.
Oh, man. Yeah. Tom's in the house. Tom Hemmings. Thank you for being here. Bit of Pete Tong.
Fabulous.
Nice. Da Vinci, that is exactly it. That is exactly it. Because you know what? I have to find the time to do it. I have to find the motivation. I need to practice all the parts. And I need to be able to go into the studio and just smash them out one after the other. Boom, 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 boom. And just do it. Do you know what I mean? It can't take days. I need to just go in and get as much done in as short a time as possible. Thank you, Vegan Runner. I'm looking forward to you all hearing it, because I'm well aware that it's best part of a year. It's best part of a year it's been. So, you know, there is stuff imminent. There is stuff coming.
In your defence, though, we still have a lot going on at the moment. We've got one reasonably big and one enormous part of our lives to bring to a close. And the not so big one is the allotment. We went down there today. Tomorrow is our final day there. We've basically got to get everything out and hand the keys back tomorrow. Mr. Pusspants came today as soon as we got there again. It was very strange today that there was a dead rat that
massive,
very big, and looked like it had died from poisoning. Just because of the way it was contorted.
Well, we don't need specifics, do we?
No, but I think that is important because it was in our greenhouse, but the door was shut.
It's true.
As if someone had opened the door, put it in there, and shut the door again.
Yeah, weird time.
Very bizarre.
Give it another.
Jason buried it.
Give it another 3 or 4 weeks. And I think we will both be in a much better place.
Yeah, we will. It's like after this, we've got to bring to a close Performance Plaza. That is the huge part of our lives, and that's gonna take a couple of weeks for us to kind of. We've got something ongoing about that now, haven't we?
Yeah. We've alluded to in the Meals vlog. We've got stuff going on in the background. Like I'm sure, life yourselves, you will understand and appreciate. Sometimes there's just stuff you've just got to crack on and deal with to move to the next phase in your life.
Peter, no, we haven't watched Pignorant. I wrote a post about this on Facebook, but for those of you that don't know, I can no longer watch anything like that. I just can't. I can't. For my own protection, I must not watch things like that anymore. I can't. I know what I'm on. I'm already fully vegan. I'm trying to help as many people as I can to become and to stay vegan. That's what I'm doing to help. But I can't watch stuff like that anymore. I have to scroll past really fast on Instagram sometimes. It's just what I put in my post. I won't stop following the posts that post the stuff I have to scroll past, because it's important that all eyes see that stuff. My eyes have seen enough of that stuff.
Yes.
More than enough. So no, I won't be watching Pignorant. I did have a 2 hours of training at home the other day though, and so because it was on my home computer, I put it on Amazon Prime and muted it and let it play while I was in my meeting. So
yeah, and I totally agree with that. Do you know what I mean? I think these things serve a purpose, and I really hope that the people that need to see it see it. But I'm kind of in the same camp with Paul. I can't watch that stuff anymore. I watched enough of it in the past. And thankfully, because we are, we do what we do, and we're involved with what we're involved with, and connected with other people, our passions and our motivation keep going all the time. So that's important as well, all that sort of stuff. Just, I suppose some people might need to be occasionally reminded to kind of reignite your fire, so to speak. And I get that, but our fire is permanently lit, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, if anything, I think we take on a little bit too much sometimes, and in particular myself, I'm like an emotional sponge. I just soak things up, and so I have to be careful what kind of things I wipe up, because it stays.
Yeah, absolutely.
And wringing yourself out isn't that fun when you're human.
Yeah.
So
it's a careful balancing act, isn't it? It's a very careful balancing act.
Yeah.
Life, yin and yang, and all of that goes with it. Be like water, my friend. All of that stuff. Should we have to spot more wine?
I think it would be rude not to.
Spot more wine.
It would be rude not to have a little bit more wine with you.
As we wind down a little bit,
considering things. That was a very, very, very good mukbang, and I shall very much look forward to having that curry again, with chips in a few nights.
Oh yeah, it'll be gorgeous.
I've also saved 2 of those onion badges each for a little snack for later on, because we tend to, particularly at weekends when we do snack a lot, particularly in the evenings, we tend to go sweet savoury.
Yeah,
we do, don't we? We kind of, so we'll have a piece of chocolate each, and then we'll be like, well, do you know what, I fancy some crisps now, so we'll have a few crisps. Oh, why don't you tell them?
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad you've mentioned it actually. So if you saw the Lidl vlog, you will have seen that right towards the end, Paul noticed some crisps, chips, if you're in America, crisps, activated crisps they were. Now at the time, you may also have noticed that I said something about the price. I wasn't particularly happy about the fact that the price was £1.75, and Paul very blatantly and rather abruptly said, "Shut up." And then we segued to the car, and then we did our closer. I stand by what I said. We had some of them last night. They're not great. They're not great for £1.75. They're not great. Now we're a fan of an ancient.
But they are activated.
They're activated. They're an ancient grain that's been activated.
Oh, a very, very, very ancient grain.
It's very ancient, and it's been incredibly activated. It has.
So there's that.
So basically, I was going to say, cut a long story short. This story's not short. I've established that I love ancient grains, but only in bread. I don't want ancient grains anywhere near me crisps. They're too grainy and too ancient. I'll say no more. Say no more. Tamcon says, I remember that. Shut up. It was high comedy. Well, I'll remember that, Tamcon. I'll remember that.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it was. It was.
You do mourn though sometimes when things being expensive. And
Am I right?
9 times out of 10 though, you're like, well, after it was worth it.
Well, you know, some of the
the
cheeses we've been sent
I don't mind
recently,
the ancient grains. I don't mind them.
they're a little bit expensive, but they're worth it. They're justified in their price point because they are very, very tasty.
They're justified because they're ancient and they sit inside your crisps. Yes, the ones that you got from Little.
It's true, Adam. Bread makes everything tasty.
Some folk will know what that tune was.
And Ashley says, but Jace, you love a grain. It's true.
Particularly an ancient grain.
Especially an ancient grain. Yeah.
There you go. That's what it is. It's it on the head there. Can you be ages towards crisps? Yeah, you can.
Maybe. Yeah. When they're bragging about their ancient grains and how activated they are, I'm just disappointed.
Tamcon got it straight away. Gaily.
Classic stuff. Yeah. Like I said though, you know, get yourself some ancient grains and make yourself some bread out of it.
Yeah, I mean it's good when there's a lot of crisps to clear them out vegan. Pretty much the entire Seabrook range, apart from cheese and onion. All the meaty ones.
Yeah, they're great.
Beef, prawn cocktail, even Worcester sauce, which isn't vegan, but Seabrook, Worcester sauce crisps are.
Yeah. I think on the slightly conspiratorial part of my brain thinks that there's some kind of hidden agenda whereby a way that we collectively prop up, and when I say we, I mean industry, the way that industry props up the dairy industry is by just having these contracts that are like forever contracts.
Adam,
put milk in everything.
Who just loves a pack of ready salted. Do you like a pack of ready salted on a dry bap?
Imagine that. Oh, it'd be like the Sahara, wouldn't it? Salty Sahara. Cheers, Da Vinci music. Yeah. It's like our uniform, you know. Oh, yeah, that went down a treat. That was absolutely gorgeous, that.
I knew. See, now I would have to have margarine and probably mayonnaise, which would be your nightmare, no. But I'd have like thick, I can't believe it's not butter, crushed up crisps, squirt of vegan mayo, top sliced buttered, squash it all together, do it down the gully, shove it down the gully.
I'm going to highlight that, Connor, because I wasn't aware of that, and others may not be aware. So talking of rock bands, anyone heard of Mike Gray? He's vegan, but also rock singer, writer, and guitarist formerly of the band Skin. So there you go. How fabulous is that? Nice one, Connor. Cheers for that. Just scrolling back up a little bit.
What was that guy called that we discovered last night that sings that song Gravity? Michael Johnston. Very lovely song. Very gay.
It's lovely though, isn't it?
Lovely. Gorgeous voice.
Great voice.
Added to our Music We Love playlist. A little bit last song in there.
I'm going to highlight that as well from Alex. Thank you, Alex, for that recommendation. Watched a great short animation on YouTube that Moby did, sort of biographical about his vegan journey. Nothing grim, just a beautiful little animation. Nice one, Alex. Cheers for that. Great stuff. Helpful.
I like Snoopy.
Helpful. Anyone any idea? I've not even asked yet. We're almost an hour into the live. Anyone any idea how many thumbs up we've had on YouTube? Because we're streaming on StreamYard. But it gives me the opportunity to say thank you all for being here. If you haven't already, quick reminder, if you've enjoyed the live stream and us shoving stuff in our faces, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps us get up the ranks with the YouTube robots.
You know.
100, did somebody say 112? Did I catch that then?
Very salty with the vegan mayo on the side of the open packet. Oh, I see. Vegan run it dirty.
Interesting.
Dirty.
Okay.
I like dirty.
Dippy.
Salty crisps in a slightly moist roll for me. Alex.
Brilliant.
Leanne, white bread, thick layer of flora plant butter, salt and crisps, top butter. No mayo.
Nice. Not everything requires mayo.
Adam, I don't like butter or mayo. I do eat sauce and flavorful foods too, but dry bread is just orgasmic.
I mean, to be fair, it could be said that somebody who appreciates dry bread is a true aficionado when it comes to bread appreciation. 125, Kat says.
What?
Thumbs up.
So what's this?
18. I don't know what Vampire Jack's talking about. Maybe that's a different thing. Maybe that's a different thing. And that's fine as well.
Dog's afraid now. There's no crisps in the house.
Leanne says never mayo with crisps. Heathens. Love it. Love it.
What is it with men and dry bread? Why straight men scared of mayo? For the record, it's nothing like jizz.
I knew he was going to go there.
That's what straight men think. No,
knew.
that's like jizz. It's
I
not.
knew.
It's not. I was about to go really base then and say, it's not like every man don't know. Everyone's tasted their own. But I didn't, did I?
Well, we're still here on YouTube. Thankfully, we're still here to talk and chat, answer any questions you might have. We're going to finish our wine and slowly wind down.
Oh, it was an icon. I guess my thumbs up icon hasn't posted. Vampire Jack. Sorry about the filth, darlings. I'm sorry. But you know, we need some fun in life, don't we?
Ah, nice. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Yeah, everybody's comments. I do like to surprise.
Yeah, nice. Simon says, "Hi guys, ironically from North Wales, now in Sussex. I used to call it a butty, not a sandwich." Yes, nice.
I love a butty.
Like that.
Northern butty.
Yeah. Well, that's a Saturday mukbang, Ashley. Well, it went downhill quickly, indeed. Yes. Well, you can always be assured.
You bad.
You can always be assured that at some point, often, not always, it will be taken to the gutter. The absolute gutter. Thanks, Kat.
Oh dear.
Cheers, one and all. It's been lovely this evening. Lovely to stuff our faces and have a right good catch up with you all.
Oh, it's been gorge. Gorge. Yeah, we're probably going to because we've been watching. Sorry, everybody, it's quite boring, really. If you're not a fan of Star Trek, we just said we didn't want to wait. We're waiting for stuff. We're waiting for final season of Discovery. We're waiting for season 2 of Prodigy. We're waiting for season 3 of Discovery. Strange New Worlds. So we said, oh, let's start watching Voyager again. And do you know, I'm glad we did.
And you know what?
God, it's a good series.
It's a great series. I still think it's long overdue a digital remaster and full HD.
From episode 1, it's amazing.
Just while we're on the subject of things that we're watching, and whilst we wind down and finish off our wine and everything, just to break away from Star Trek, because it's come into my head. If any of you out there that enjoyed The Walking Dead and was able to stick with it through its ups and downs, if you're still interested in Rick and Michonne's journey, Rick, of course, being, you know, instrumental character throughout the whole thing, one of the lead characters. 24th of February, I believe the new Walking Dead series is premiering, and we get to catch up with Rick and Michonne once again. So I'm quite excited about that, truth be known. Excellent.
Has anyone seen Netflix We Are the World? No, but it's in our watch list.
Yes. Yes.
I give us loads in our watch list. Seriously.
There is a lot. And I think a couple of people throughout this evening, certainly one or two, and Yorkshire Evan has just reminded me, I've asked about video games and playing computer games. To be honest with you, we've had to just put that on the back burner for now.
We were escaping a bit too much with it from stuff we needed to do, which is what we're dealing with at the moment.
Yeah.
And once these things are done and completed, and we can draw a line in the sand under them, we'll actually have time for it. We've just about got time for each other, a reasonable amount of self-care that could be better, our jobs and this stuff we're dealing with, and building up to a summer of, there's a lot.
Amazingness, let's just say that. A summer of amazingness, because it's going to be amazing regardless. It will be.
That's why we need to get everything done before then, so we can actually enjoy it, be there, be present.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
So yes, we're probably going to start winding down now, my darlings. But thank you for coming, having our dinner with us. It was gorgeous. Gonna wait until the rest is cooled. There might even be enough for a dinner and for a lunch for Jason next week at work.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
So
fingers crossed.
I'll split that off into pots. Leave it out for a couple of hours, you know, so it gets to room temperature, and then freeze it. Well, no, I won't freeze it in the curry. It'll go in the fridge because it'll be fine for like anywhere between 7 and 10 days. We'll absolutely have it before 7 days.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt.
Because it was just lovely. It was lovely, and it was full of nutrition. Thank you, lot, for tonight, and thank you for honestly. I know I'm a bit lewd sometimes. I try not to be crude, but my sense of humor is a bit lewd sometimes. And feel free to speak my mind here with you lot. So thank you for understanding and for laughing at my filth.
And you know what? It's also partly down to the fact that I find Paul's sense of humour hilarious most of the time. So I've encouraged this lewd humour over the years because, you know, I find Paul hilarious a lot of the time, most of the time, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah, that's the same, Craig. Yeah, Zelda's had to go on the shelf for the time being as well, because as I am sure you're aware, and probably many other people in the chat, when you put Zelda on, particularly Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and you want to we'll just have an hour on Zelda, it turns into 4 or more sometimes. And like we said before, we've just got to be realistic about what we need to achieve over the next 3 or 4 weeks to really put our physical and mental health at the fore as we head into the spring and summer.
Adam, you filth. I'd love to try some homemade.
Fantastic. Oh, it's been lovely. It's been proper nice as always. Thank you to all of you who have thumbs upped the live stream. It's really appreciated. Gets the down to earth vegan message out there to more people. And as we've said before, people often discover us whilst we're live streaming on YouTube. New people find us, and we get new people subscribing to the channel. It's brilliant.
It seems to have been a very quiet night. I hope you lovely girls haven't had a lot to do in the background, but the wonderful Leanne and Ashley, thank you so much for being here tonight and for helping us to moderate the channel. And thank you to all our channel members and our patrons and everyone that takes the time to spend with us and takes a moment to say, hey guys, enjoyed that, cheers, and gives us a thumbs up, because that stuff matters.
It does. It helps tremendously.
And please don't ever think that it's just me. Jason reads everything that is posted on every platform. Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I've blocked you, we've agreed to, for the record.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. It's been a delight, as always. It's been a delight for us to sit here and eat glorious food, but it's also been wonderful, as always, to answer your questions and just to generally connect with you all, hear a little bit about you, and just be here in this community.
Just cheers for coming and having a laugh. I've had a lovely time and I right enjoyed that curry. So cheers. And we will see you next Friday night before a very busy weekend next weekend for the Vegan Queens, which you will see very soon. Trust me. I love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves. Buy our merch. And each other. Bye, loves. Bye, loves.